Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we've got such a special story for you. It's all about a super brave boy, a really scary monster, and a terrible king's secret plan. This is a story that really gets you thinking about what it means to be brave when you're facing something that seems, well, impossible.
So, let's start with a little something to think about. Have you ever been really, truly scared? And in that moment, just wished with all your heart that a hero would just show up? You know that feeling? Hold on to that thought, because it's at the very heart of the story we're going to explore today.
All right, so let's set the scene. Our story kicks off in this beautiful, happy little village called Vrindavana. Picture it. Everything is peaceful, people are smiling, the cows are chilling out in the pastures, just a perfect day. But that perfect peace, it's about to be completely broken by something big and very, very scary.
Suddenly, boom, the ground just starts to shake. And no, this wasn't an earthquake. It felt different. It was more like giant, heavy footsteps were stomping so hard that the whole world was trembling. Can you even imagine that? The very ground beneath your feet just rumbling with power.
And right after the shaking came the sound. It was this deep, angry, bellowing roar that just filled the air. It bounced off the hills and came right back at them. You know, the kind of sound that makes you freeze right where you are, your heart just hammering in your chest.
So, what was making all this chaos? Well, it was Aristasura. And this was no ordinary bull. He was a bull demon. We're talking a massive body, like as big as a hill, with this giant hump on his back and horns that were as sharp as daggers. He was a monster, pure and simple, and he was just ripping up the ground, looking for trouble.
And the worst part? His eyes. When the villagers finally got a look at him, they saw these glaring, blood-red eyes just filled with absolute rage. You could tell he wasn't just angry, he was looking to cause some serious damage.
So yeah, as you can guess, the fear level was through the roof. People were screaming, running in every direction, trying to find somewhere, anywhere, safe. And it wasn't just the people. Even the animals, the cows, they all panicked and scattered. The whole place was just total chaos.
Okay, so in this moment of just complete terror, when it feels like everything is lost, a thought sparks in the minds of the villagers. They remember. They have a hero. There's one person who is never afraid, one person who can stand up to anything.
And so it starts as a whisper, and then it grows into a shout from the whole village. Krishna! Krishna! They're all crying out his name, not just as a name, but as a prayer, a call for help. They're calling for their friend.
And you know what? He heard them. Krishna sees how terrified everyone is, and he calls back, his voice cutting right through the noise and the fear. He says, Ma Bashata, which just means, don't be afraid. And wow, can you imagine hearing that? It wasn't just words, it was a promise. It was like a light turning on in the darkness. Just his voice. It was enough to give them hope.
So Krishna doesn't wait, he doesn't hide, he walks right out there to face this mountain of a monster. A young boy standing right in front of a raging demon. But he's not scared. He's totally calm, totally ready. The boy in the bull. The showdown is on. So this fight was just unbelievable. Here's how it went down. First, Krishna actually taunts Aristasura, which just makes the demon even angrier. So the bull charges full speed like a lightning strike, horns pointed right at Krishna. But Krishna just sidesteps, grabs those giant horns, can you even picture that strength? And throws the monster a whole 18 steps backwards. The bull is stunned, gets up, and charges again, breathing fire and fury. But this time, Krishna meets him head-on, grabs him, and, well, it says he wrung him out like a wet cloth. The demon was defeated, just like that.
And as soon as the battle was over, something absolutely magical happened. Flowers. Flowers just started raining down from the clear blue sky. It was the Devatas, the celestial beings who live in the heavens. They were so overjoyed by Krishna's victory that they showered him with flowers. The whole village just erupted in cheers. He'd done it again.
But, okay, while everyone in Vrindavan is celebrating and breathing a huge sigh of relief, the story is actually getting even bigger. Far away from the village in a grand palace, a wicked king named Kamsa is about to get some news. And this news
It's going to change everything. A wise sage named Narada arrives, and he looks King Kamsa right in the eye. And he tells him the one thing the king has feared his whole life. He says, "That boy, Krishna, he's the son of your sister Devaki. He's the one who's been defeating all the demons you've sent. And he is your death." Boom. The secret is out. Kamsa's greatest nightmare is real, and it has a name.
Now, you'd think maybe Kamsa would feel a little bit sorry, right? Nope, not at all. He just explodes with fear and rage. And do you know what fear and rage can do? It can twist your heart into something ugly. And that's exactly what happened. His fear turned into a dark, nasty, and very, very wicked plan.
And I mean, look at this list. It's like a to-do list from a supervillain. First, trick Krishna and his brother Balarama into coming to the city. Then, have a giant elephant attack them. If that doesn't work, have his champion wrestlers finish the job. But wait, it gets worse. After they're gone, he plans to kill their family, their friends, even his own father. All so he could take over the world. This guy is seriously bad news. So, to kick off this terrible plan, Kamsa needs a messenger. Someone to go to Vrindavana and bring the boys back to him. And who does he pick? A man named Akrura. And here's the twist. Akrura is known for being a really good, honorable person. The king is about to ask a good man to do a very bad thing. And Kamsa, he tries to be all sneaky about it. He lays it on thick, telling Akrura, "Oh, you're my best friend, my most trusted advisor." He orders him to go get the boys and bring them back for a wrestling festival. Yeah, right. He's trying to use Akrura's good reputation to lead these two innocent kids straight into a trap.
Now listen closely to Akrura's reply, because it's super important. He says, "Okay, I'll do what you command," but then he adds, "But destiny is the true cause of achieving the result." What he's really saying is, "Sure, king, you can have your little plan, but there's a bigger plan at work here, and what's meant to be, well, that's what's going to happen." It's so clever, right?
And that, my friends, is where we leave things. It's a real cliffhanger, isn't it? Kamsa, this evil king, has ordered Akrura, a good man, to do something absolutely terrible. So what's he going to do? Does he obey his king, or does he do what he knows is right in his heart and protect these two boys? What do you think he'll do? It's a tough one, and it really makes you think about what it means to be good, even when it's hard. We'll have to wait to find out.